No fingerprints, no DNA, no witnesses. The perfect crimes. Or so they thought.
A calf got one criminal, grammar got another, and one of the largest criminal empires on the internet was destroyed by a username.
Welcome back to Looskeh. I'm Looskeh.
And I'm Master Mingo.
Today, we're diving into the mind-blowing reality that humans are absolutely terrible at hiding repetition. Your habits will betray you. Imagine stealing $1 million on live television, surrounded by bright lights and rolling cameras. Your only weapon? A ticket in your throat.
In 2001, an army major named Charles Ingram sat in the hot seat on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. The audience assumption was simple. He was just a quirky, hesitant contestant guessing his way to a fortune.
He looked completely lost. I mean, he would actively argue against the right answer, then suddenly change his mind at the last possible second.
But he wasn't guessing. He was listening to a pattern.
If you watch the raw footage, Ingram would read off a multiple choice question out loud very slowly.
Every single time he read the correct option, a distinct sharp cough echoed from the audience. He would hear the cough, pivot his logic, and lock in the answer.
Wait, you telling me that absolutely no one noticed a guy hacking up a lung only on the $1 million questions?
They didn't. It's a psychological phenomenon called intentional blindness. The studio audience and the host were so hyper-focused on the unbearable tension of the game, their brain completely filtered out ambient background noise.
The audio technicians didn't filter it out.
Exactly. Post-recording audio engineers isolated the studio microphones. The visual waveforms revealed a mathematical impossibility. The coughs perfectly synced with the correct answers with zero random distribution.
His wife and a hired accomplice were sitting right there in the audience. They were playing $1 million game of Marco Polo on national television. That's insane!
A cough is a tiny physical glitch in a high-stress environment. But what happens when the glitch isn't a sound, but a semicolon?
This one is so sad. I mean, a missing 19-year-old girl kept texting her parents to say she was completely fine, but her punctuation proved that she was already dead.
When Jenny Nicole vanished, her family was terrified. Days went by with zero physical evidence. Then the text messages started rolling in.
I'm fine, tell my dad not to worry. If you are a panicked parent, that is the ultimate relief. The assumption is that she ran away and wanted space.
But the reality stopped matching the assumption. The moment investigators looked closely at the actual text on the screen.
Because Jenny was a teenager, she always used heavy slang, dropped her vowels, and ignored punctuation.
Suddenly, her text features perfect capitalization. The slang vanished completely. She was using odd abbreviations she had never typed in her life.
She didn't write them. Someone else had a phone in the pocket.
Yes, a forensic linguist was brought in. They meticulously mapped out Jenny's historical texting habits and cross-referenced that data with the prime suspect, a man named David Hodgson.
Please don't tell me he just texted like himself.
He did exactly that. He used his own highly specific ingrained shorthand. For example, he frequently spelled the word myself as meself, a very unique linguistic fingerprint.
He literally spelled out his own guilt. He didn't even try to learn how she typed.
It is a fatal case of egocentric bias. The killer inherently assumes everyone else in the world word communicates exactly the way he does. He simply couldn't turn off his syntax.
He thought he was being a genius, but he went to prison because of his grammar.
His linguistic reputation made it impossible to deny his involvement. But if a grammar can trap a physical killer, what happens when a digital mastermind forgets his own online past?
The mastermind behind the billion-dollar dark web drug empire was taken down by a single forgotten forum post from before his crimes even begin.
The Silk Road was the most sophisticated illegal marketplace in history. The creator operating under the alias Dread Pirate Roberts was an untraceable ghost.
The FBI, the DEA, and Homeland Security were all hunting him. Everyone assumed he was flawless, untouchable hacker, shielded by layers of military-grade encryption.
Yes, he was, but the investigators were looking at the complex code, trying to crack uncrackable. An IRS agent named Gary Alford decided to stop looking at the encryption and just look at the timeline.
Oh my god, I'm so excited! What did he actually do?
He ran a simple, advanced Google search, filtering the dates of the earliest days of 2011. He wanted to find the absolute first time anyone on the internet ever mentioned the Silk Road URL.
Wait a second. Before it was famous, so someone had to promote it to get the very first users onto the site. That's brilliant.
Exactly. Alfred found an old obscure magic mushroom forum. A user named Altoid casually posted a thread asking, "Has anyone seen Silk Road?" It's like an anonymous Amazon.com.
A fake account used for stealth marketing? That is standard criminal behavior.
It is, but Altoid had an established pattern. Month later, the exact name Altoid account posted on a different programming forum, desperately asking for IT help with a specific snippet of code.
The code that perfectly matched the Silk Road's unique infrastructure.
Yes, and to get the answer to his coding question, Altoid left a contact email at the bottom of a public post. It read, rasulbrecht@gmail.com.
$1 billion encrypted drug cartel destroyed by a personal Gmail address? Are you kidding me?
Rasulbrecht successfully hid his present activities behind a digital fortress, but he succumbed to forgetting curve. He entirely forgot to sanitize his past digital footprint.
Wow. So he reused the username from before he became the criminal kingpin?
The internet never forgets a pattern. His identity was established, and his mistake was permanently logged before the crime even fully started.
That's the stupidest, actually, one of the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Criminals rarely get caught because of one mistake.
They get caught because they repeat the same mistake until someone notices.
Investigators often aren't looking for evidence. They're looking for patterns.
Because patterns are fingerprints that behavior leaves behind.
Hit that subscribe button.
Stay weird, stay safe, peace.
This is Looskeh.